What if I told you that there are things you can do freely anywhere in the world, but in Yorubaland, doing them could bring consequences you never expected? What if I told you that these are not just superstitions, but rules that still governs entire communities, shaped behavior, and protected people in ways modern society is only beginning to understand? Today on the Top 10 Yoruba YouTube channel, we are diving into something powerful, something mysterious, and something deeply rooted in culture. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Stay with me because as we go from 10 to 1, it only gets deeper. At number 10 is the taboo that forbids a man from spending the night in his in-laws' house. Now this might sound harmless at first. After all, Yoruba people are known to be warm, welcoming, and deeply hospitable. But beneath that hospitality is a strong cultural system built on respect, boundaries, and what many call not getting too familiar. In Yoruba culture, there is something called avoiding see finish. It means you must never become too comfortable to the point where respect disappears. Especially in marriage, respect between a man and his wife's family is extremely important. So why is sleeping in your in-laws' house a taboo? The belief is simple but powerful. If a son-in-law dies in his in-laws' house, his body cannot be taken out through the door. Instead, it must be brought out through a window, and that is seen as a serious disgrace. But beyond the belief, the deeper meaning is about maintaining honor, distance, and dignity in relationships. It is a rule that quietly enforces respect without needing constant reminders. At number 9, never open an umbrella inside the house. This is one of those taboos that many people grew up hearing, even outside Yorubaland. But in this context, it carries a deeper cultural tone. Opening an umbrella indoors is believed to bring bad luck or misfortune. It may seem small, almost insignificant, but these are the kinds of subtle rules that shape behavior over time. In traditional settings, actions like this were often discouraged not just for spiritual reasons, but also for practical ones. Imagine opening a large umbrella inside a small room filled with fragile items. The risk of damage is high. So what started as a practical caution slowly became a cultural rule, one that still lingers today. At number 8, a king must never see a dead body. In Yoruba culture, kings are not just political leaders. They are sacred figures. They are seen as representatives of the people, connected to both the physical and spiritual realms. Because of this, there are strict rules that guide their behavior. One of those rules is that a king must not look upon a corpse. It is believed that doing so could disturb his spiritual balance or weaken his sacred authority. The king must remain pure, untouched by certain aspects of death and decay. This is not just about fear. It is about preserving the symbolic power of leadership. A king is expected to stand above certain realities, maintaining a presence that inspires respect, stability, and continuity. At number 7, pregnant women must avoid certain times or places. Pregnancy in Yoruba culture has always been treated with deep care and attention. It is not just a biological process. It is seen as a spiritual journey. Because of this, there are many guidelines meant to protect both the mother and the unborn child. One of those beliefs is that pregnant women should avoid going out at certain times, especially during harsh sunlight of 1 p.m., late in the night, or at spiritually sensitive hours. The idea is that the unborn child is vulnerable, not just physically, but spiritually. Some spirits can pursue the baby and replace themselves with the baby, leading to giving birth to abnormal children, disabled children, or children known as abiku. Children that die shortly after birth just to spite and frustrate the parents. Whether you see it as belief or precaution, the message is clear. Protect life at all costs. At number 6, never whistle at night. This is one of the most widely known taboos, and it carries a strong sense of mystery. In many Yoruba communities, whistling at night is believed to attract unwanted spiritual attention. Some say it calls spirits. Others say it invites danger. Some even believe it attracts snakes to the house. But even beyond the spiritual explanation, there is something deeper. Nighttime in traditional settings was a period of caution. There were no street lights, no security systems, no modern safety measures. Making unnecessary noise could attract attention from spirits, from animals, from strangers, from danger. So this taboo served as both a warning and a form of protection. Number 5. Never fetch water at night. Just like whistling, this rule is tied to both belief and practicality. Water sources in traditional communities were often located far from home. They are usually streams, rivers, or wells hidden in dark areas. Answering water at night meant exposing yourself to danger. It meant walking alone in the dark, where visibility was low and risks were high. So, the belief developed that spiritual forces were more active at night in water bodies, and going out could bring misfortune. But underneath that belief is a very real message: stay safe, avoid unnecessary risk. At number 4, women must not go out during the Oro festival. This is not just a belief, it is a practice that is still observed in many places today. During the Oro festival, which usually happens at night, certain rites are performed that are considered sacred and restricted. Women are required to stay indoors. The belief is that seeing Oro when you are not permitted to can be dangerous. But beyond that, this tradition reflects a structured cultural system where certain roles, spaces, and moments are clearly defined. It is about order, control, and maintaining the integrity of sacred practices. At number 3, parents must not bury their children. This is one of the most emotional and deeply symbolic taboos. In Yoruba belief, life follows a natural order. The older should go before the younger. When that order is reversed, it is seen as unnatural, painful, and spiritually unsettling. Because of this, it is believed that a parent should not directly participate in the burial of their child or even eat food prepared for such an occasion. The meaning here goes beyond fear or superstition. It reflects the deep value placed on life, order, and the emotional weight of loss. At number 2, a widow must stay indoors for a period after her husband's death. This period varies. In some places, it may be 7 days. In others, 21 days or even 40 days. During this time, the widow is expected to remain indoors, observing mourning rites and undergoing a form of spiritual and emotional transition. The belief is that going out too early could expose her to misfortune or spiritual harm. But again, there is a deeper meaning. This period allows for reflection, mourning, and adjustment. It acknowledges that loss is not just physical, but emotional and spiritual. And finally, at number 1, a baby must never fall from the back. This is one of the most serious and widely respected taboos. In Yoruba culture, carrying a baby on the back is common. It is a sign of care, closeness, and protection. But there is a strong belief that if a baby falls from the back, it could affect the child's future, especially in relationships and marriage. Some say that unless certain actions are taken, the child may face repeated loss in their romantic life. But beyond the belief, the message is clear. Protect the child at all costs. This taboo enforces extreme care, attention, and responsibility in childcare. It reminds everyone that a child's well-being is not something to take lightly. And there you have it. 10 things you should never do in Yorubaland. Now the question is, which of these surprised you the most? Which ones do you still see people observing today? And which ones do you think still hold meaning in modern society? Do you believe in all these taboos? They are just superstition? Because in the end, these taboos are not just rules. They are reflections of a people, a culture, and a way of life that continues to evolve. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Top 10 Yoruba YouTube channel. And remember, sometimes, what looks like a simple rule carries a story much deeper than you can see.